Number 10. Having to pay to use the bathroom. At the end of the episode, SpongeBob, you're fired. A nickel coin slot has been installed at the bathroom door. When an old man had to go to the bathroom, he cannot go to the bathroom because he did not have a nickel. Pay bathrooms are common in Europe. However, in the United States, the business closes. Is the Krusty Krab located in Europe? Of course not. So Mr. Krabs can't enforce such policy. Number 9. The use of Krabby Patties. Krabby Patties lean far more to an illegal drug than they would be a fast food burger. I kid you not. Stay away from them. In the episode, Just One Bite, Squidward eats a multitude of Krabby Patties, and then it goes right down to his thighs, and he literally explodes. On the other end of the line, as demonstrated in Pat No Pay, without a Krabby Patty for a large amount of time, you'll suffer from Krabby Patty withdrawal. With one of the symptoms may include painful stomach cramps until you eat your patty. Number 8. The use of Patrick. Patrick would seriously do anything to get a Krabby Patty for free. Take the episode No Hat for Pat. Mr. Krabs hires Patrick a job at the Krusty Krab for entertainment of the customers by falling into the sea urchins. Thankfully, the customers got their money back while the stunt failed. Mr. Krabs fires Patrick because of the stunt failing. Number 7. Robbing from customers. In the episode Cracked Krabs, Mr. Krabs charges every customer $1 per footstep. My question is, why would he do something like that? It is because in the episode Mutiny on the Krusty, Mr. Krabs mandates that every customer must empty their entire wallet completely prior to exiting the restaurant. Number 6. Food poisoning. This act has been committed in several episodes, the most common one being Patty Hype, where Mr. Krabs sells pretty patties, which are basically Krabby Patties painted in house paints. And because of house paints, one of the customers was indeed poisoned, whether it's skin or tongue. Number 5. Krabby Land. Okay, kids like to play outside, right? So, what did Mr. Krabs do? He built a very cheap yet dangerous playground using all the customers' trash from their houses and turned it into Krabby Land. When we learned that the kid was about to go down the slide, it ended up breaking. As a consequence of that, Mr. Krabs had those kids sign the coloring books via liability waivers. To make the situation even worse, Mr. Krabs dresses himself with a tie with spots and a pet ball painted blue and named himself Krabby the Clown. Number 4. Reselling old food. Does Mr. Krabs care about whether the food is good or not? Nope. It has to be sold, regardlessly. In the episode Born Again Krabs, SpongeBob sees a moldy patty, and Mr. Krabs decided that he wanted to reuse it, reheat it, and of course, sell it. What could be worse? Let's look at the episode For Here or To Go. Mr. Krabs was using buns that have been flushed down the toilet. Oh boy! Number 3. Negligence of employees. Of course, Mr. Krabs distributes SpongeBob and Squidward bills rather than paychecks. Take a look at the episode Squid on Strike. Mr. Krabs bills Squidward $1 for breathing, $5 for talking, $10 for standing, $2 for existing, $2 for lollygagging, and $1 for chewing, making the bills sum $21. Wow! Number 2. Murder of the Health Inspector. Take its namesake episode. Health Inspector Yellowtail arrives at the Krusty Krab, and guess what Mr. Krabs wants to do? That's right. He wanted SpongeBob to serve a very moldy, bad, and disgusting Krabby Patty called the Nasty Patty. Rather than it being a health imposter scammer, it turned out to be the real health inspector. When he woke up from unconsciousness, the Krusty Krab passed the inspection after the Nasty Patty. Coming up next, 5 dishonorable mentions. Dishonorable mention number 1, early terminations. Mr. Krabs had fired SpongeBob in several episodes, saving some profit, he says. In reality, this would not make a good boss whatsoever. Dishonorable mention number 2, animal cruelty. In the episode Jellyfish Hunter, after the customers loved SpongeBob's jelly patties, Mr. Krabs catches, squeezes, and juices the jellyfish jelly out of most of the jellyfish in Bikini Bottom. Dishonorable mention number 3. Lunch breaks are too short. From that very same episode, Mr. Krabs gives SpongeBob a 5-minute lunch break. SpongeBob claims that it's 1 more minute than yesterday, meaning 5 minutes minus 1 minute equals 4 minutes. Why need to know why? Let's hear something similar to this. Dishonorable mention number 4. Lunch breaks are too rare. From the season 12 recent episode Break-In, Mr. Krabs gives SpongeBob lunch breaks every 20 years. This sounds stupid. Last one. Dishonorable mention number 5. Inflated prices. From the original SpongeBob movie, Mr. Krabs adds $100 to the original prices, meaning $101 for a Krabby Patty with cheese. Are you ready? Number 1, overworked and underpaid employees. This is widely known in the Fear of a Krabby Patty, where Mr. Krabs forces SpongeBob and Squidward to work 24-hour shifts for 43 consecutive days without going home for food, water, sleep, or even the bathroom. According to the 2021 minimum wage map, the state of Arizona, where this video was made, has its minimum wage to $12.15 an hour. However, given that the place is run by a conniving cheapskate, SpongeBob and Squidward get paid 10 cents a year, taking about 10 years to make $1, which would have Mr. Krabs put SpongeBob and Squidward extreme, perhaps exceptional poverty. If the U.S. Department of Commerce were to see this,